I'm curious, prior to the step of parenting, what makes for a successful relationship from your eyes, and particularly how has that evolved throughout, Charisma on Command to now where you are today? Like, what is the difference in what you believe a successful relationship entails?
You mean like romantic relationship?
Romantic, yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So again, for me personally, I realize a lot of my life view personally is about mom, dad, and how that stuff creates. And I think that's true for most people. I did not realize that the women that I was selecting, dating, etc., filled a particular type, and they were mentor me, mentee them is what I created. And I felt very comfortable in that there was a lot of mirroring in my relationship with my mom. One of the things that was that, we had a conversation last night. She told me when I would have a hard time and was really crying and couldn't sleep, she had such a hard time with that she would have to go downstairs and lock herself in the basement because she couldn't handle me crying. It was too much for her to because what she wanted to do was jump in and rescue me and hold me and not let me. And that was her. So she was either jumping in and rescuing me because I couldn't handle it, or having to isolate herself so far from me. But what I didn't get a lot of in the most critical times was someone to be with me in my struggle, and for me to be able to witness them not breaking down and have that create the resources inside of me to self-soothe. What I learned as a result of that, again, this is all coming recently, is that do not struggle publicly. And so I became the kid in high school who convinced myself that I wasn't a hard worker and would put my head down on my desk and close my eyes, but was always listening. And I did none of the homework, and I aced the tests. And I liked creating this illusion of someone who succeeded effortlessly. And so in relationships, that gets played out again, which is, oh no, not hard for me. I'm busting my fucking ass to create this business, buy you the thing, buy you the dinner, be your mentor, support, help you with your this. And that's not a problem. None of it easy. It was all easy. And in unlocking that, holy shit, this inability to publicly struggle is a trauma response and not this cool thing that I think that it is that makes me the tough guy, which by the way, it did really make me feel cool and tough for a long time. I have shifted from wanting a mentor to take care of where we have the traditional different things. I want a partner. I want someone, and it's not to say that we each have to earn the same amount of money or spend the exact same amount of time with children or whatever, but I want someone who carries not just their load, which I've never looked for. I've always looked for people whose load I could help carry because it made me feel strong. But they carry their load and they can help with mine as well, and I want to do the same for them. I already am that guy. And so that has really dramatically shifted. I'm not going to say that that's right for everybody, but again, I've selected friends that are like me. I have a lot of friends that haven't in the past gone for partners. They've gone for, we jokingly call sidecars. You know what I mean? You get to steer, you get the feeling of control. They get the fake steering wheel next to you, and you get companionship, but you don't have a partner. And that has been a very safe place for me and people like me to feel what they most want, which is control, but to not get actual support because they wouldn't even know what support felt like or the value of it. And that is really shifted for me. Being supported is a necessity. It's I don't want a relationship without that. And when I think of that, that's another piece that unlocks, kids wouldn't be that bad. It's yeah, it's bad if you're shouldering everything, but if you have sincere, deep support, and that just doesn't, I always knew that the woman I would be with would spend a lot of time with the kids, but I'm not the sole disciplinarian, because she has the capacity to not just please them in every single moment and smother them with love, but also give them the love of discipline and the love of, no, you can't. And I know that I would pick women that would give the love of, I love you, yes. And so, yeah. And if I get that, yeah, I think that could be a much better relationship for me.